weird. It's honestly weird. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Portia. All my friends call me Porsh, so you can call me Porsh too. I make beauty, lifestyle, and random bachelor and bachelorette videos here on the tube. So if you like those videos, just keep on watching because, bruh, it gets crazy. So as we all know, The Bachelor this season has been real insane, to say the least. It's been really crazy. There's been a lot of drama. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, and I honestly don't know how to feel about it all, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about it. So with that being said, you guys already know what the deal is. It is Bachelor Tuesdays, Batch Tuesdays. We're doing the Bachelor recap, so I'm just going to tell you everything that happened on the episode. If you didn't see the episode, if you want to watch while I commentate on the episode, just giving my unwanted opinion on the whole thing. Okay, look, bro, this is insane. This is literally insane, but you know, we're about to start. So starting off the episode, you have Kit and Victoria going on a nice little walk, and they cross paths with Brian and I forgot who else. I forgot who else. I think one of the new girls, I think maybe Catalina. I'm not entirely sure, but they so they cross paths and they're just kind of like, ew, why do I have to cross paths with you? Are y'all 12? I mean, besides Kit. Anyway, they show that little segment and they're talking about how the new girls don't like the old girls and how, you know, the new girls don't feel safe in the house and a whole lot of JV and varsity. Like, I thought I was watching The Bachelor and not Cheer. Like, somebody go get Monica. So after that, we jump straight into the rose ceremony and all the girls are just like sitting down, not exactly sure what's going to happen. And then Matt comes in and drops a bomb on all of them saying, I know you guys are talking a whole lot of crap and it needs to stop. He's disgusted. He doesn't want any of those qualities in a wife or anything like that. So he wants you to cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. In true fashion, all the girls are like, what's happening? Who's being mean? Oh my God, no. Like, stop being mean. Who's being mean? Matt starts taking the girls one by one. He takes Brittany first. Brittany talks to Matt about how this whole escort thing has started and that she's really upset. She starts crying and she's like, you know, my mom watches the show. The whole world is watching the show and now everyone thinks I'm an escort and I, like, you know, this is ruining my life. Like, I was just, you know, this is not what I signed up for. You know, all the obvious things that somebody will say because she's 100% correct. We're seeing this, I'm talking about it right now and I've never, even though I live in Chicago, let me tell you something. A lot of people on the show, they're trying to make it seem like Chicago is a small city. Chicago, in retrospect, compared to like New York, yes, it's a small city, but it's not that small. Don't get it twisted. It ain't that small. I'm from Chicago myself, and I don't know neither of those two girls, okay? They somewhere on the north side in Karenville, okay? Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The circles weren't small, but not that small. Okay, not that small. In the midst of Brittany and Matt having a conversation, the girls in the cocktail room or whatever you want to call it, they strike up a conversation saying, oh, well, did you guys really think it was that bad? Is it that bad? All the new girls say, yes, you guys were horrible. And all the girls are sitting there and like, they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. So now this just leads to a whole bunch of girls apologizing. Kid apologizes. I forgot who else apologizes. Yesenia, I think, apologizes. A lot of people just start apologizing. And I'm like, save it. Save that. Save that. Because who wants to hear that? Nobody wants to hear sorry after the fact. So once Matt is done talking to Brittany, he goes and finds Anna. And Anna sits down and starts the epitome of white woman tears. And she just starts saying, I'm sorry, what I said was wrong. And you know, I was just going off of what I heard, but it was really bad. You didn't say it was really bad 2 days ago, 3 days ago. You said what you said. You said what you said. Point blank, period. And in the midst of those white girl tears, I think the black side of Matt kicked in and he said, nah, shorty, you going home. And then she just starts fake crying. And I say fake crying because you could see they were close up on her face. Wasn't no tears coming down her face. Just and she gets in the car and talking about, oh, I made such a horrible mistake. Girl, stop it. Meanwhile, Victoria goes up to Catalina and tells Catalina that she's sorry for taking her crown off her head. It was all in good fun and she was just trying to be funny. You lucky that you didn't get punched in the face. After that, Matt talks to Ryan. Ryan just immediately starts crying to Matt about everything that is going on. This must have happened off camera because we don't know if this is true or not. But she says that Victoria called her a hoe because she is a dancer. And what? Who does that? Why would you call somebody a hoe because they're a dancer? So from there, Ryan is just crying hysterically and Matt tells her everything is gonna be okay. Yeah, after that, he stops talking to Ryan, goes and finds Victoria. By this point, Victoria is spiraling, okay? She is spiraling out of control and I am here for it. All of it. She is freaking out and she's saying, well, I wasn't a part of all the mean girl stuff. Girl, you were the head, you were Regina George, okay? You were Regina George, you were the head mean girl. She's like, well, there's no possible way that Matt could believe anything that any of you say about me. Me and Matt have this amazing connection. So we hear like her going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about this for a good 5 minutes. Going on and 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 on about this to the producers, which I'm pretty sure the producers could care less. So Matt is talking to Victoria. Victoria says she did not do anything of the sort. You know, she's just been a really genuine person and all these girls, they're just, you know, they can't take a joke. Essentially, that's what she pretty much says to Matt. They can't take a joke. You know, I wasn't malicious. I didn't say anything. I had a really, really good intention. Chris Harrison comes out and he tells the girls that the cocktail party is over and that they're going straight to the rose ceremony. Everyone starts freaking out because nobody really knows. None of the other girls really got to talk to him. So everyone's just kind of freaking out. I respect Matt wholeheartedly because he starts it off real savage. So he calls Brittany first as the very first person, which I thought was hilarious. Then he proceeds to call Ryan, Rachel, I think, after that. But to keep it short and sweet, the girls that went home is Lauren, Mari, Catalina, and Victoria. Now, all the girls are saying bye. Victoria is completely shocked for some odd reason that she's going home. She doesn't tell Matt bye. She doesn't tell any of the girls bye. She tells him this.
I honestly feel so sorry for you that you would listen to hearsay and not all of the facts behind a situation.
I don't understand what is wrong with her, like at all, like at all. But now we could get on with the rest of the episode, right? Right? So starting it off to try to get back on the right track, we start off with a one-on-one. Rachel gets the one-on-one and she gets a full-on shopping spree. Because I mean, it ain't tricking if you got it. I mean, I don't know if Matt has it, but like ABC and The Bachelor, they got it. So that ain't tricking, right? In the midst of all of this shopping going on, you have a lot. She's trying on all these really expensive dresses and they have a designer there. And Matt gifts her a pair of red bottom heels, Louboutin heels to be exact. Now, I don't know if they're actual Louboutins or just some nice nude heels that have a red bottom on the bottom. We're not sure because I looked and all I saw was a red bottom, and normally Louboutins have Louboutin engraved in the red bottom. Now, correct me if I'm wrong because I don't have a pair of Louboutins. So she goes home, back to the house, and all the girls are like, what are you doing coming in with all these bags? You walking in with red bottom shoes? Like what? Why of all things did you get a shopping spree? He has one more gift that comes to the house. This beautiful, beautiful royal blue gown that she wears to dinner. At the dinner portion of their date, she explains that she is falling in love with Matt, and Matt tells her that he feels the same. He doesn't say that he's falling in love with her. He just says that he's feeling the same. And after they confess their love to each other, they ride off into the darkness in a nice little horse-drawn carriage. Real romantic and Bridgerton-like. So next scene that we see is them announcing the group date, which is everybody except Kit. So we automatically know that Kit has the last one-on-one. But in the midst of all of that, all the girls that were talking about how they didn't really want to have a group date, except for Michelle. Michelle was kind of okay with having a group date. She kind of, you know, she's never been on a group date before. So she's a little, you know, excited. Doesn't really mind it too much yet. So the girls and Matt walk up to a farm, and Matt proceeds to tell all the girls that he is a country boy at heart, even though he lives in New York. I would have had to exit stage left on that because I'm not doing a no. That's a big no. That's a no from me. That is a no from me, dog. Like a farm? Like an actual farm? With animals? And like poop? So these girls are digging up hay. I'm pretty sure horse manure, like just gross. MJ tries to milk a goat. The goat doesn't like her, which is hilarious. I find that very hilarious. But MJ is just trying to get the attention for the most part on this group date. It kind of works, but at the same time, it doesn't work. Now, let me tell you something. This group date was all over the place, okay? Like, it just went all over the place. Like, after they were doing all this, like, stuff, I guess they pulled Piper aside so she can do, like, her interview portion, her confessional, and then Matt randomly just walks up and just starts kissing her. Like, he just full on starts making out with her. It's weird. It's weird. It's honestly weird. And, you know, then he's off and all hugged up on MJ, and, you know, Michelle freaks out. Michelle really freaks out because she's like, you know, I wasn't expecting all of this. You know, me and Matt had such a great connection on our one-on-one, but now I'm seeing that he has connections with everybody because you are on The Bachelor. So after that mess of a group date, we finally move on to the evening portion. And once again, Matt pulls Chelsea aside first, which I'm so here for that. I am so here for that. I'm really happy that he's, you know, that he's really interested in Chelsea. It just makes my heart really warm. Like, you know, I know how awkward you can be, and he was just like, I'm awkward too. And she was like, it's just because I really like you. And he's like, I really like you too. And then they kiss. Then from there, I'm going a little bit out of order, but he also talks to Michelle, and Michelle's talking about how she's adjusting from them having such a great connection from the one-on-one to having a group date and seeing how he interacts with all the other girls. She tells Matt that she feels like maybe she misread the signals or blah, blah, blah. Matt informs her as well that she did not misread the signals, and he kisses her. We see a pattern here. Jumping back before Michelle, he had a conversation with Abigail. I think this is the most that they have highlighted in a group setting. Normally they don't highlight this many interactions with people. They normally just highlight like one or two, but they highlighted Chelsea, Abigail, and Michelle. So that's cool. But anyways, Abigail was talking to Matt about how, you know, she likes spending time with him, and, you know, she is also very scared about their relationship moving forward. She's saying if she has kids, her kids very well might end up having a hearing impairment as well, or just be flat out deaf. So she was saying that her fears, and she was also talking about how her father left her family when she was a little girl, and Matt, you know, Matt just comforts her and tells her, you know, that's not the case here, that he has feelings for her, and then he proceeds to kiss her as well. So the last conversation that we see for the night is Matt and MJ, and Matt confronts MJ, kind of saying that, you know, he's like, she's not safe either, that he's heard a few things about MJ, that she seems to be the antagonist of the house, and that she, you know, she wasn't an innocent bystander in this either. For some reason, amongst everything that Matt is talking about, the word that triggered her the most was antagonist. So then she proceeds to tell Matt that is not true. She likes to lead by example, lies. She's all about harmony, lies. She gets along with everybody in the house, more lies. Once MJ comes back from having a conversation with Matt, she brings it up to the girls. Yesenia is the first person to bring it up. She says, well, you know, I kind of mentioned it to Matt that you are a little bit, you know, messy. And MJ just flips out and says, you know, that was not your place. You shouldn't have said that. I am definitely not messy. I lead by example, or lies. I am all about harmony. Lying again. I am a good person.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
And by the end of the night, we know that Abigail gets the date night rose, which leads us into our last date of the episode. Dear God, I'm tired. And that is the 5-year-old. I mean, Kit. I'm so sorry. I mean, Kit. This is just weird. I don't know why she's still here. I don't know why she's still around. Like, she's like literally almost 10 years younger than Matt. Okay, maybe not 10, but like, she's young enough. So Kit is actually the first person that gets to go to the house. And they have a nice little cooking date. And by cooking, I mean they bake cookies. and that's it. Because does anybody really eat on The Bachelor? So Kit is talking about how she can see this going, how it could be exactly like this for the rest of their lives. That's pretty much it. Kit and Matt's date, they were at the house, they were making out in the kitchen, they baked cookies, and that was pretty much it. There was nothing really special about their date whatsoever. So the last thing that we are left with is everyone is at the house and they're thinking that they're just gonna start getting ready for the rose ceremony, but someone knocks on the door. There's a letter, and it's a letter from Matt saying that he wants to have a 2-on-1 with Yesenia and MJ. MJ is overly upset, dramatically upset, because she feels like you put my character into question. Now I have to go and talk to Matt. Yesenia is like, it ain't nothing to a boss. So now you see this really big like showdown type of thing. Like they're walking through the door and I don't know, none of it makes sense. And then before Matt gets there, they have a full-on argument where MJ is just saying that Yesenia is lying about the whole thing, and Yesenia is like, are you dumb? There are cameras everywhere. How am I a liar? MJ is like, I don't know about anything that you're talking about. And Yesenia with the classiest comeback ever. Well, you will know when this season airs. Boom, end of episode. And we have the previews. We don't know who is going to leave, but we do know that Tyler Cameron makes his long-awaited debut. The bromance is back, and who knows, maybe Matt just might end up saying forget it and run off with Tyler. Who knows? But with that being said, you guys, that is the end of the recap. That is the end of Batch Tuesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you liked these type of videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I make these videos every Tuesday, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for Batch Tuesdays and the Bachelor recap. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.